Hey guys, thanks for joining in. I see I already got a couple people in chat. Misfit, Frank, Geek Boy. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Maybe get a few more. Who knows? My streams are usually small, but I do this on YouTube. If you heard me before, just because I could share YouTube across other platforms, basically. But anyways, we got a box of plants in today. I went to the airport this morning, picked them up. Um, Looks like some good stuff. They did back order some stuff, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. Um, I never get everything that I want, but I'll see maybe if a couple more people show up. I see actually down to one person. So if you're actually in the chat, do me a favor and say, hey, what's up, Jerome? Alishan, what's happening? Sandy, Mark Sterlson, I appreciate it. You guys coming? So now I got 6. Cool. Um, well, with that, I'll share this in a minute, but I'm actually going to a swap slash auction this Saturday out in actually New Bedford, Mass. But I'll get into that in a minute. What's up? What's up, Mr. James? But let's see what I got. It's not a big order, and again, they back ordered some stuff. So some of the stuff that I did get in the box is non-stock items. I got them basically to bring to the swap. So if you see something here and it's not on the website, but you really, really want it, shoot me a message. You can message me on Facebook. You can leave a comment below. On Facebook, it's easy to find us at facebook.com/KJE Aquatics. Anyways, some really nice stuff right here on top. So with that, let's get into some of it. Let's get into this. What's up, Foxy? It's a bread and butter plant. You guys will probably see me get this in most weeks because it sells. And that's the name of the game, right? You get what sells. But this is hornwort. Super easy plant. Needs no substrate. Just float it. Great for fry cover. Great for maintaining water quality because it's a fast grower, which means it's going to use up the nastiness in your water, the nitrates and whatnot. So hornwort. Next up, I put these on the website. This is normally not a stock item, but I had my buddy down in Alabama, Joe Sneed. He asked me to get some, and so I put them on the website. So Joe, if you're watching, you might want to jump on these quick before anybody else orders them because they are on the website. But anyways, this is Bulbitis. This is the Bulbitis broadleaf. I put it on the website. I forget the exact scientific name, but I do have it on the website. So Bulbitis broadleaf. I forget the scientific name. It starts with HER, something like that. Bulbitis something. I stuck with that. But anyways, the common name is African water fern. But there's some really nice pieces. I didn't get a lot, but you get a nice clump. You treat these the same way you would treat Java fern or Nubius. So you're going to grow this without it being in the substrate, without the rhizome. And this right here, this basically the root base is the rhizome. So you would attach this of your however you want. You could use gel type super glue, string. I don't recommend fishing line, but cotton sewing string is okay because the cotton will eventually rot. By the time it rots, the roots will usually be bonded to whatever you tied it to by then. So, but the preferred method and the easiest method, in my opinion, is gel type super glue. We do have it on stock on the website, mainly for convenience, but you could also get it at your local hardware store. So just use the gel type. It's easier to work with, just from my experience. But anyways, next up is Bacopa minera, also commonly known as money wort. This is a very common um, stem plant in the hobby. We usually keep this in stock, so this is just a restock of money wort. Got some really nice pieces here. Easy stem plant. This will grow in the substrate, or you can grow it floating too. It doesn't need substrate to prosper. So that's money wort. Next up is one. I'm bringing most of this right here, to the club auction. How many people we got in here? After I talk about this, I'll tell you where I'm going Saturday. But this is Lowigia repens, also known as Lowigia species red. And if you notice, it's not red. This plant will grow perfectly fine under medium light, not low light, but it'll grow fine under medium to high light. The higher the light, the redder it's going to get. Now, the higher the light that you have, you might need to, or you probably will need to start injecting CO2 just to keep the tank in balance. Because once you increase the lumens of the tank, you need to increase the CO2, or there's not going to be a balance and you're going to end up with a bunch of algae. So basically, if you want this plant to be really, really red, you need high light, which means you need CO2. If you just like Lowigia repens, and you don't mind it being green, it'll get reddish towards the top under medium light. You don't need to inject CO2. So if that makes sense. But anyways, Lowigia repens, most of these bunches, and that's a bunch. So 1, 2, 3, there's 4, usually 4 to 5 stems per bunch. But most of these are going to the auction, and auction swap. And I'll tell you where I'm going Saturday, because I actually had to write it down because I'm old. But KJE will be a vendor at the South Coast Tropical Fish Society. South Coast is a fairly new club, started up, I think, maybe a little over a year ago. Really nice club, great people with a lot of enthusiasm for the hobby, and that's why I like to go. It's not the closest club I go to. This one's actually in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and New Bedford from my 1020 is a little over 3 hours, probably closer to 3.5 hours. So the reason I go is because of the club itself. Like I said, it's really great people. I enjoy the club. They spend money with me. So, I mean, if they didn't spend money with me, I wouldn't go. So I'm in business. The business is to make money. But I do go for the camaraderie. And like I said, it's great people. I really enjoy going out there, hanging out. And it's not all about the money either, because I don't make a lot. I make enough to cover gas and lunch and a little bit more. But I'll go over it again. It's the South Coast Tropical Fish Society. It is this Saturday, November 5th. The doors open at 10:30 a.m., probably a little bit earlier if you're an actual vendor. But I'm just going by what it says here. From 10:30 until it's done, because it's a swap. There's going to be vendors, myself, Celtic Koi, Chris's Fishes, other people, Braintree Aquatics, and a few others. So if I forget you, don't feel bad, because I'm old. But there'll be some of us out there selling stuff on our tables. So come out, great prices, great products. And they're also having an auction. So you get a 2-for-1, which is great. So if you don't have to be a member of the club either. So you could just show up. You could register for the auction. You can come in. If you don't want to stick around for the auction, you could browse the vendor tables, get what you want. I guarantee you're going to get some really quality stuff, because I'm going to be there. So, but anyways, oh, so when it's Saturday, starts at 10. It's at the Whaler Inn and Suites, 500 Hathaway Road, New Bedford, Massachusetts. If you want more information, go to their website. They got a brand new website. It's really nice. I know Greg Jones was helping them out, getting it set up, and a few other people. But their website is sctfs.org. So sctfs.org. If anybody in here from South Coast is part of the club, feel free to post the information in the chat in case other people want to show up. But anyways, it's at the Whaler Inn, November 5th. Starts at 10:30. Vendors can get in earlier. They have a bar, they have a restaurant, so you can get all your food and beverages there. I've been to the facility, to the venue before. It's not crowded. It's big. So it's nice. Plenty of room. You're not nut to butt with everybody. It's a really nice setup. So anyways, check out South Coast Tropical Fish Society. So how'd I do, Andrew? If you're in here, did I do okay? But anyways, next up, these are Water Sprite. These are some long plants and going to be a bitch to ship. This is 2 foot long. So I got to see if I even have boxes to ship these. Anyways, this is Water Sprite. I get the Indian Fern because I like it better. There's another variety of Water Sprite called Lace. Different species, but same. The growing conditions are the same. Water Sprite's relatively easy. It doesn't need substrate. These are grown in substrate. As you can see, they're rooted. But you could just float this plant and it'll be just fine. But I get these in stock. I usually have the nursery put a weight on them just for retail purposes. But yeah, Water Sprite Indian Fern. This is the variant that I like better versus Lace. So I'm just looking through the chat real quick. Monster Fish Gal, what's happening? Just seeing who I might have missed. My buddy Sandy, hello. I think I said hello to you already, Sandy. Oh, yeah, Alishan. He did post. Thank you for that, Alishan. Alishan posted the scientific name for the species of Bobitis I just got in. So you can see it, Bobitis Herta whatever. Herta salita. I probably screwed that up, Tom. Anyways, it is big Water Sprite. I'm trying to hide this now. Hide current comment. I'm a rookie at this, guys, so forgive me. Anyways, next up, Jungle Vallisneria. This is species red. When it's available, this is the Jungle Val that I like to order. I can get the regular Jungle Val, but I'm the boss, so I get what I like. But the species red, in my opinion, is a better looking Jungle Val. You get a wider leaf. You'll get a little bit different coloration to the leaf other than your basic green. But they call it species red because under highlight, it'll get reddish. Doesn't get red, all right? It's not going to get red like what you're thinking of red is going to be. It gets reddish, more like a bronze or like a brownish color. But I like it because of, it's a little bit different color than regular Jungle Val, and the width of the blade, the leaf blade, is actually usually wider than regular Jungle Val. Same growing conditions. It'll grow in low to medium light. It'll grow under highlight. It does actually really, really well in ponds outdoors. So if you have a pond, or if you're going to do tubs next year, Vallisneria, all types, put this in a pot. You're going to need substrate with it, but put it in a pot, put it in your pond, or if you have a permanent pond, just plant it in the substrate of the of the pond. But if you have tubs, just put this in a terracotta pot, and it's really, really good. Um, Vallisneria in general is probably a medium growing plant, not super fast, but it's not slow like Anubias. Um, it it provides, if you plant several of them, you can see how this could provide a lot of cover for fry also, and it's really good at using up the nitrates and stuff in your water. But anyways, that's jungle val. And this is Italian Vallisneria. So I know the scientific name for this, Vallisneria spiralis. This doesn't get as tall as jungle val, and the leaf, the width of the leaf is also much narrower. These right now, this one I'm showing you is probably 3/16 of an inch, but these will get up to probably about 1/4 of an inch. And they're going to grow probably 2 foot, maybe a little bit longer. This plant in particular right now is probably 10 to 12 inches. So they'll double this size easily. So Italian Vallisneria, really nice plant, easy plant. I sell the crap out of them, and it's a great plant. If you keep Rift Lake cichlids from Lake Tang, that's endemic to that lake, so it's pretty cool. So, what's up, Games R? You beat me to it, Sandy. Oh, thank you, Sandy, for posting the links. Yeah, Vallisneria fragile. Vals are, yeah, they're actually not too fragile, but they are Italian. So, and anyways, next up, crypt lucens. These are some big crypts. So these will actually shrink back. These are grown right now. I can tell you just because of the length of them. These are grown immersed, but they convert pretty easy. So this is crypt lucens. They usually, in submerged form, they're going to grow like probably 3 to 4 inches. Right now, these are probably 5 to 6. So this is crypt lucens. I will get these potted up because I usually sell these potted. So with a pot, you'll probably get 3 plants, 2 to 3 plants, depending on the plant size. But that's what you're going to get per pot. All right. So crypt lucens. All right. So if you guys want to pot your own plants, we sell. I have one out here, but we sell the 2-inch net pots, and we also sell the rock wool. I'm just showing you. I bought these in for my use, but they're on the website. So we have the rock wool, and we have the 2-inch net pots. They are on the website. If you're interested in potting some of your own plants, you guys bring them to your swaps that you're growing. If you propagate your own plants, bring them to the swaps or sell them online or shows or do whatever you got to do. Plants actually sell for a decent amount of money at shows. The profit margin on plants is decent, so don't be afraid to try to sell some of your own plants. What forms of ID do we need to apply for crypt license, Sandy? Oh, I'm being funny. All right. Next up is, I'm not sure what these are. Oh, I bought these in because I put a couple on the website. This is limited time only, so get them while you can. This is a very uncommon sword. These are nice. These are big as F. This is Uruguayanese sword, so you're not going to see this very common. Check out our website. They're on there. These are big. Wow, these are nice. But this is the Uruguay sword, so it's similar as far as like water parameters and stuff, what you need for Amazon sword and some of the other swords. It's going to need at least medium light, not low light. But I only got a few. So if you want to get them, if they're not sold by the time I go to the swap, these are going to the swap. I only got 3 of them, but these are the Uruguayesis sword. These are really nice, and it's not a common sword, so this is a very uncommon. Not that it's super rare, but you're not gonna see these probably in your local fish store. So that's the Uruguay sword. I'm just reading the chat, guys. Okay. All right. Next up is Anubias. These are assorted Anubias large pieces. So, and then these are on the website. Again, our website's already up to date, but these are on the website. I buy them as assorted large pieces. That's what these are. So I can't guarantee exactly what plant you get or what species, but these are some really nice pieces. As you can see, this one actually has a flower, actually 2 flowers. So that's starting to flower right there. Some really nice pieces of rhizome. You can see big pieces of rhizome. Nice. I believe this one is Nanji. This one I think is Congensis. I'm not an expert. I'm far from it. I'm just a dumb guy that sells plants and other products. This one I'll put. This is actually Hestifolia. I know that because that's easy because it has like it has a leaf that looks like arrowhead. So it's pretty nice pieces here. That's another Hestifolia. So get these while you can, because I will bring some of this stuff to the swap Saturday. What doesn't sell before that? And also, if you're within region, and if you order today, I can get it shipped out tomorrow if you're within region. Region is within the Northeast. So I could ship out tomorrow and you'll get your product no problem. If you're out of region, if you're located outside of the Northeast, I would ship Monday because I'm going to be out of town. Usually out of region, we ship on Saturdays, but I'm going to be out of town in Massachusetts. So I won't be shipping anything this Saturday. So next up is Sagittaria narrowleaf. This is Sagittarius subdolata narrowleaf. This isn't the same as dwarf Sagittaria. This is going to grow taller, but grows just as easy. I love Sagittaria. A lot of this comes in immerse grown, but this plant is one of the easiest plants to convert from immersed to submerged. Doesn't require much. Doesn't require much care at all. It needs medium light, not really low light, but it can go on the lower end. And just you can grow these in pea gravel. Yeah, as long as you use a decent fertilizer. We sell fertilizers from Thrive. We also sell fertilizers from Tropica. So you use pretty much any liquid fertilizer, it's fine. If you're just like to use root tabs, we have the Thrive caps. Put one of those near the base of that plant, and it'll do great just in pea gravel. If you have a nutrient-rich substrate, if you're using capped potting soil, you probably don't even need to add any fertilizer at all for those. So, all right. Next up is Cryptocarine Wenti Brown. So this is Crypt Wenti Brown. I like this crypt. It's a Wenti. Wentis pretty much are all easy. This is the brown variant. So you're going to get like a brownish bronze. It's not brown like doo-doo, but you're going to get brown, bronze colored. You have like a purplish bronze colored stem. I don't know why they call them brown because it's really not brown, but that's the common name for them. So crypt wenti brown. Really nice crypt. Wentis are very easy. This plant right here is narrow leaf Java fern on a mat. So when I get them on a mat, that means you're getting a booty ton of plants per mat. So don't let the price scare you away, because you're getting a shitload of plants, a bunch of plants, sorry. And they're grown on this cocoa fiber mat. You could leave these on the mat, just weight this down, or you could carefully remove the plants off of this mat and plant them around your scape, whatever you got going. But these are narrow leaf Java fern. I like this Java fern better than the regular. Not that the regular is bad. I just like the look personally of this leaf. But what would be cool for the scape is if you mix regular Java fern and the narrow leaf, if you kind of alternate them and even mix into some Windalove, some Java Windalove, which we have in stock too. I got the Windalove in last order, so that should be on the website. The Windalove's pretty cool looking Java fern also. So, all right, and these guys I'm not putting on the website, but they're going to the swap. I've got in some purple mystery snails. I'm not a huge mystery snail seller, so I'm not putting them on the website. Again, trying to open the bag without. You can see how the nursery packs these. Nothing special. I know some people that sell mystery snails, they go through a lot of care in packing them, and give them a little cushion here and there, which is great, but they're snails. They're not very difficult. But anyways, these are purple mystery snails, purple mystery black. So again, these are going to the swap, not on the website. If you really, really want some, message me before I go Saturday, and I can include these with an order. I didn't get many. I only got a dozen, but these are mystery snails, purple black. They're coming to see you, South Coast Tropical Fish Society. So, and that color variant is really popular. So that's why I got it. What else I got? Potted. All right, guys. Let me get to this. These are tiger lotus. Oh, that one's already sprouted. Cool. But they don't always come sprouted. So I'll show you one that's not a sprout. This is tiger lotus bulb. I have them listed on the website just as tiger lotus. It's not red tiger lotus. It's not green. It's not variegated. You don't know what you're going to get when you order the bulb. And I order the bulbs, but I don't start to sell them until they sprout, because I don't want to send you. Chances are that they're going to grow. But if you watch my live streams before, then you heard me tell you, I don't want to send you something that may not grow. So I wait till they sprout. And you're going to see right there, you see that little guy poking out right there. That's sprouted. That's a viable, healthy bulb. This one might be, but give it a few days and then I'll know. Usually about within a week, they'll start to sprout. But that's how I order them. I put them on the website as sprouted, and then once they start to grow out, then the price goes up depending on the plant size. So I sell them small, medium, large. Sprouted, small, medium, large. So you can check it out on the website. Sandy been posting links to the website. If you guys never been to the website, just check out kjeaquatics.com. So, and also, if you don't know, we sell way more than just plants. Plants are how we got started in business, but we morphed into all things hobby related for the freshwater hobby. I can get stuff for salt too, but I really don't care about saltwater hobby. right, this plant right here, I'm going to show it to you, but it's not on the website. So these are going to the swap also. These are dwarf baby tears grown on cocoa fiber mat. So Andrew and company, dwarf baby tears, and then they're grown on the cocoa fiber mat. So these will be coming to the swap. These are pretty nice pieces. Dwarf baby tears is a pretty easy plant. It does need higher light, so you can't grow this low light, but you can grow this plant. It's pretty versatile. You could attach this plant to rock. You could attach it to driftwood. You could grow it just like they did. It's growing on cocoa fiber mat. It's a really small plant, so when you buy it, it's actually easier to buy it like on a mat like this. It's easier to work with versus buying it loose. I find it that way. If you wanted to grow this like a carpet, that's right there. You can just weight these down to your substrate, and you kind of got like an instant carpet going right there. So anyways, dwarf baby tears on cocoa fiber mat. These are coming to the South Coast. Tropical Fish Society swap. So put these down here. These snails, we have these on the website. These, the nursery calls them tiger eye nerites. I have them listed on the website as olive nerites because to me they look like an olive. They get their name because of the little swirl. The little swirl right here, they call them tiger eye. If Alishan's our resident smart guy, he could throw up the scientific name, but I call these olive nerites. All the nerite species, they work about the same way. Water conditions, they're pretty hardy. So I actually keep nerites in a pH of, like, I think our pH is like 8.1, 8.2. Our hardness is brick or cinder block or, solid steel. I actually don't know what the hardness is here. I haven't checked it in over 4 years. I know it's super hard, and our pH is really high. And then these guys actually do really well. They do really well in our water, so they can go in softer water also. Next up is Brazilian pennywort. So these are nice bunches of Brazilian pennywort, and I didn't tell them to put weights on these because I float this, but the dummies put weights on these. So these are bunches of Brazilian pennywort. You're not going to get the weight because I got to rubber band all these now. So the nursery I work with overall is great, but they don't always listen. So, but that's life in general. So Brazilian pennywort. Next up is Amazon swords. These are Amazon swords, so just your basic, super common Amazon sword plant. These are on the website. And let me see what else I got. Oh, I know what these are. These are mangrove plants. So mangrove, you can grow this plant very similar to lucky bamboo. So you can plant this in the substrate, just the roots. Don't plant none of the stem, or this will grow perfectly fine, just bare rooted in water. You can't submerge the whole plant. You have to grow. I would submerge this maybe up to 6-8 inches for this plant size. These are really nice long plants. This is probably at least 18-20 inches right here. So these are nice pieces of mangrove. A lot of people think they need salt water. That's a myth. You can grow mangrove. They pretty much just need wet roots. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's salt, brackish, or fresh. They just need wet roots. So that's a mangrove plant. Let me see what else I got. That's empty. So the rest that's in here is just plants that are potted. So I forget what I ordered. I know they back ordered some stuff. So let me see what I got. First one up is dwarf Sagittaria. So these are potted dwarf Sag. Next up is assorted Anubias potted. So these are some smaller Anubias. I just have an assorted species. This one is Congensis. This one here is Microsword. This is Microsword Narrowleaf. I like this plant because it's easier to grow. It looks similar to dwarf hairgrass, but it's not dwarf hairgrass. Dwarf hairgrass is actually a very difficult plant to grow. A lot of people want to grow it. A lot of new people to the hobby ask me for it. I don't stock it because 9 times out of 10 or 9.9 times out of 10 it just dies on you unless you have the proper growing conditions for it. Dwarf hairgrass needs higher light, which means CO2. Most new people to the hobby have your stock hood that they got from Petco or PetSmart, and are not injecting CO2. And then those stock hoods on your 55-gallon tank that you bought as a kit from Petco, they're low light, all right? So, anyways, Microsword Narrowleaf. I like the look of it. It's a grassy plant. It's great for the foreground of most tanks. So, anyone buy the Uruguay swords yet? I don't know. So, Alacan, I don't know. So, I can't see my website. Anyways, yeah, if you want these Uruguayensis, that's what they're called. Ecuadorus Uruguayensis. If you guys want these, I only got 3, and if they're not sold by Friday, they're going to the swap. So I just got them because they don't have these at the nursery too often, and they had them on the availability list. They weren't cheap on my end, so that's why I only got 3. And I didn't know what size they were going to be, but these are really, really nice. I wish I would have bought more now, but I never could tell. So again, more assorted Anubias. I got a couple pots of pearlweed. Pearlweed's kind of like dwarf baby tears. These are potted. I only got a few. This pearlweed is another very versatile plant. You can grow this floating, no problem. So you can just take it out of the pot, grow it. You can grow it as a foreground plant. You just got to keep it trimmed. Or you can just let it go wild, and it's going to grow taller and bushy. It's not going to get real tall, but it'll fill out and get kind of bushy if you just want that look. Or if you want a carpeting type plant, keep it trimmed down, and you could use pearlweed as a carpet. So, and with that, that's all of the variety that I got in here. So yeah, so we got just assorted Anubias, potted. There's a couple. If you like barterai, I don't get a lot of this in, but they threw a couple barterai in here as assorted, so pretty nice. Not real big, but they grow. But anyways, that's all I got. Just to recap where I'm going Saturday. This Saturday, I'm going to be at the South Coast Tropical Fish Society in New Bedford, Massachusetts. So that's this Saturday in New Bedford, Massachusetts. There's an auction and a swap by the South Coast Tropical Fish Society. If you want to check them out, you can find them on Facebook. They have a Facebook page, South Coast Tropical Fish Society, or if you don't use Facebook, they have a website, which is sctfs.org. So check them out. Great club. So if you're on the East Coast, East Coast, it's a great club. I really highly recommend it. If you're within, well, I'm within 4 hours. So if you're within 4 hours, check them out. But if you're really within like 2 hours, that's an nice, easy day trip. So if you're within 2 hours, go check them out. So if you're in the Boston area, if you're in Western Massachusetts, that's all within 2 hours. Connecticut, Rhode Island, even New Hampshire, you're all within 2 hours for the most part of where these guys are at. We're located a little bit northwest of Albany, so I'm a little bit further than 2 hours out. I'm about 3.5. So, anyways, that's what I got, guys. What's up, Daniel? If I missed any of you guys, my buddy Fishy Man. What's up, Fishy Man? Scuba Stevo. What's happening? If you guys got any questions, shoot away. I can hang out a couple minutes before I got to get the roots wet. But other than that, if you guys ain't got anything, I'm going to go see if anybody ordered anything, and I might be able to get it out today, depending on what it is. I could maybe get it boxed up. I got to get all this stuff put in tanks, get it wet so it doesn't dry out. But after that, I can maybe fill a couple orders, depending on what it is. What's up, Paul? So, anyways, that's all I got. If anybody else was streaming, I apologize if I cut into their time. When we go live here at KJE, we don't have a schedule. We get stuff in from the airport. We bring it home. I try to upload the inventory ahead of time now on suggestion of my buddy Greg. And then we go live when we open the box up. So, yeah, Frank, I appreciate it. Yeah, I can use the money at the swap. So at least, hopefully, I make enough to pay for gas. So, yeah, see, Fishy man, you are my buddy. Yes. DP30, what's happening? Or DP30. So, anyways, you guys want some Nerite snails? I got them. If you really want some of these purple black mystery snails, they're going to the swap/auction. But if you message me, they're not on the website, but I'll probably sell these $3.50, $4 each. I don't even know. I forget what I paid for them. The Nerite snails, they're on the website. This is a common stock item. I think I sell these for $1.55. Anyways, I say that a lot, but I'm done. And I'm going to go get these roots wet. And you guys have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.